The Samsung Galaxy A36 is changing the game for mid-range smartphones, and this time, Samsung is doing something unexpected, ditching its usual Exynos processor in favor of a Qualcomm Snapdragon chip. Yes, you heard that right. For years, Samsung has mostly reserved Snapdragon processors for its flagship devices or specific markets, but with the Galaxy A36, that's no longer the case. This marks a significant shift, and it's raising a big question. Is Samsung finally acknowledging that Snapdragon chips outperform its in-house Exynos processors in the mid-range segment? Whatever the reason, the Galaxy A36 is set to shake up the competition, and there's a lot to unpack. Under the hood, the Galaxy A36 boasts the Snapdragon 6 Gen 3 processor, a leap forward from the Exynos 1380 that powered the A35. And while that might not sound like a massive upgrade, benchmarks tell a different story. The Snapdragon 6 Gen 3 delivers an 8% boost in CPU performance with better multi-core capabilities while maintaining similar single-core efficiency. Translation: a smoother user experience, snappier app launches, and better multitasking. And let's talk about gaming. Thanks to the Exynos 710 GPU, expect noticeable improvements in graphics performance, making casual gaming and even some high-end titles run more smoothly. Samsung hasn't revealed exact details on AI processing, but considering how crucial AI has become in optimizing smartphone performance, you can bet that the neural processing unit will also see improvements. But what about the real-world experience? That's where things get even more interesting. The A36 comes with RAM options of 6GB, 8GB, and even 12GB for those who want extra multitasking power. Storage-wise, you can pick between 128GB or 256GB, giving users flexibility depending on their needs. And since Samsung's One UI is known for its longevity with software updates, this phone is expected to receive multiple years of support. That's a huge win for anyone looking to hold onto their device for a while without worrying about slowdowns. But let's be real, performance isn't the only thing that makes or breaks a phone. The design of the Galaxy A36 is where Samsung has made some noticeable refinements. Gone are the days of standard A-series designs that look too similar year after year. The A36 introduces a sleek new camera module, an oblong camera housing that stands out from previous models. Samsung has also made improvements in build quality, making the A36 feel more premium despite its mid-range positioning. It's a device that looks and feels like something more expensive, and in an era where design matters just as much as specs, that's a smart move. And let's talk colors because Samsung is offering some eye-catching options. Awesome lavender, awesome black, awesome white, and the vibrant awesome lime. These shades give the phone a personality, whether you prefer a classic look or something more playful. Now let's discuss the million-dollar question. Should you wait for the A36 or is it better to grab an A35 at a discounted price? If you're someone who always wants the latest tech, waiting for the A36 makes perfect sense. With an upgraded chipset, better long-term software support, and improved design, it offers great value for its price. However, if you can find an A35 at a significant discount, it might still be a smart buy, especially since the upgrades in the A36, while meaningful, aren't groundbreaking. And if you already own an A35, should you upgrade? Well, that depends on how much you value having a Snapdragon processor over Exynos. If gaming performance, power efficiency, and long-term support are priorities, then yes, the A36 is worth considering. But let's take this conversation a step further. Samsung's mid-range strategy is evolving, and that raises a bigger question. Is this a sign of more Snapdragon-powered Galaxy A series phones in the future? Historically, Samsung has relied heavily on Exynos chips for mid-range devices, but if the A36 is a success, we might see a shift in strategy where Snapdragon chips become the new norm. This could completely reshape the A-series lineup and force other manufacturers to step up their game. And speaking of Samsung's broader strategy, the Galaxy S25 series is making headlines for its high-end specs, including the powerful Snapdragon 8 Elite chipset, improved AI features, and refined design. While the A36 plays in a different league, the influence of Samsung's flagship devices is trickling down to the mid-range segment. Features that were once exclusive to premium phones, like better AI processing and long-term software support, are now expected in budget-friendly models like the A36. This is a trend we've seen across the smartphone industry, with brands bringing flagship-like features to more affordable devices. So what's the final verdict on the Galaxy A36? If you're looking for a reliable mid-range phone with solid performance, long-term updates, and an improved design, this phone is shaping up to be a great choice. But should you upgrade from the A35? That depends on whether you value the Snapdragon chip and the subtle design changes. If you're using an older device like the A33 or A34, the A36 is an easy recommendation. It's future-proof, has better overall performance, and offers a fresh design without a major price hike. Ultimately, the Galaxy A36 represents more than just another mid-range phone. It's a potential shift in how Samsung approaches this category. And if this is the beginning of more Snapdragon-powered A-series devices, Samsung might just have found the perfect formula for dominating the mid-range market. But what do you think? Are you excited about Samsung finally embracing Snapdragon for mid-range phones? Or do you think Exynos still has a place at the A-series? Let me know in the comments, and as always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more in-depth tech reviews. See you in the next one.